Hi, this is Steve Peters, and you're listening to Inspirado Projecto.
Thank you, Steve Peters from Mesmer and Braid, for stopping by to say hello. By the way, I'm going to put that episode where I interview Steve Peters and Nick Tierce, the masterminds behind the alternate reality game, or is it, called Mesmer and Braid. And this is tied in with the app called Hollow Vista. Brilliant idea for an app. I think you'd really get a kick out of it. I did a review of that app. But Mesmer and Braid is a very fun alternate reality game. And if you look at the pictures of the employees in there, you will see me up there. I'm happy to say that I am on that page. I'm very pleased. They had a participatory aspect to it. So I like to think that that's kind of like what this podcast is about, a participatory experience. So there was Steve Peters. Coming up this episode, we're going to have Henry D. Horse give us a fun fact. We're going to talk about the KEEP CALM Jamboree that Yachtley Crew was scheduled to play at. And this was on 4/21/2023. Wow, January, March. April 1st, April Fool's Day. Interesting, April Fool's Day. So, yeah, you will hear that. She gives us a tour. The nice woman there gives us a tour. Yachtley Crew, the band, the world's most humble band. Our humility tops the charts. The world's most, the intergalactic's most humble band. We smashed the competition. And the nation's favorite yacht rock band, Yachtley Crew. So we have the accolades to prove that we are the most humble. Nobody beats us in that department. So we get a little walk around this phenomenal, they call it a zoo. It's called the California Living Museum, really. It's a sanctuary for animals that have been harmed, run over. You will hear some of these stories. They're shocking. And you will learn some things about raccoons. Raccoon. That you probably didn't realize you knew before. Or maybe you didn't know it. You're going to hear this and you're going to go, I think you will know when that moment is. Because we're all very surprised to hear it. Or at least I was. So... one or the other. We all were surprised to hear it, or maybe just I was. So we're also going to have a special guest from the Varelse Bridge Society stop by, and I will also put my interview, and I will put up that interview with a couple of those rapscallions from Christor Inc. and the Varelse Bridge Society. I'll put that up there, that video link. So anyway. Hang on to your hats for a new episode of Inspirado Projecto.
Here's your fun fact. Dogs are about as smart as a 2 or 3-year-old child. This means they can understand about 150 to 200 words, including signals and hand movements with the same meaning as words. Stay tuned to Inspirado Projecto for more fun facts.
Was once from California. So go ahead and take a look throughout here. We had a wonderful mural that's coming through. We all our citizens last year. So they're all hand painted and all of those things.
Ooh.
Where's it at?
It's really cool.
All of our venomous species are going to be on your left-hand side over here. If you want to know.
Oh, right over here.
One of my personal pet peeves is the word venomous versus the word poisonous. Do you guys know the difference between venomous and poisonous?
No. That's gnarly.
It's the way it interacts with your body.
And it's how it's given to your body. So if something injects venom into you, so you've got snakes that have fangs, right? They inject the venom. If you touch something and you succeed in, that's poisonous. Or if you choose to drink poison, right? You've ingested that. So you've got like poisonous toads where you touch them and you're soaking in some of those things. Whereas venom is injected into you.
Oh, jeez.
So snakes are venomous.
That's the Northern Pacific rattlesnake.
That is.
This art in here.
Venomous or poisonous?
That.
Yeah, I feel like I'm avoiding those.
This art in here is phenomenal.
These guys are pretty
Wow.
harmful to the environment.
Who would have thought we'd see both like a zoo-ish type of thing and also an art gallery in the process?
Oh yeah, so Minami is phenomenal. If you see the mural at
Brilliant.
the playground up there, we were given a grant through one of our behavioral health teams. We got a grant to paint murals all over Bakersfield, and they said, well, we want to tie in nature and all of that, so they donated the mural up there. And I said, I love your work. Let's blast some color in here.
Wow.
And so she's gone through
That was
all of the
such a good
backgrounds
idea.
and, yeah, just something fun. She took pictures of all the animal scales and then blew them up. So that's what the pillars are.
Oh!
Yeah, so if you look at that one, you can see there's a rattlesnake on that pillar. That's the actual end of the rattle.
brilliant.
And you tie in their scales.
Brilliant. Last time I was here, I read this whole history. I was just completely fascinated about this.
Yes. Al Robbins. who
Al Robbins.
did all of these different things. So we've got a couple different things on this side. Our lizards. We also have a deer mouse. I believe our deer mouse's story was pretty cute. She's actually from Northern California. And somebody put her in her pocket on the flight to get her here. But that's kind of how she came to be, because normally we wouldn't have taken that species. But
So when the deer mouse is born, I know you hear this all the time, but are they born with the antlers on their head, or do those develop after they?
I don't think they have
That would hurt.
It would.
My favorite is Nubbins. I need to find her. She's over here. She's back over here. So our Nelson antelope squirrel, her name is Nubbins. She has no paws, which is why she has nubs, and her name is Nubbins.
Oh.
I'm not sure if she's out yet or not, but she's super adorable.
Oh.
Squirrel.
Wow.
So the snakes basically look at these rodents and like, I want to eat you.
They see them from across the way, yeah.
They get plenty of their own.
Jeez. I bet you once that art went in there, it really brightened up the spirits of these animals.
It did.
You see that guy right there?
So we are celebrating our 40th anniversary this year. So one of the things you'll see as we go throughout the zoo, I started in 2020, and one of my goals is to really brighten up the zoo, kind of give it some facelifts. And then at our birthday, we are revealing our master plan for the next 20 years. So we spent a year and said, where are we going to grow? How are we going to expand? We have 40 acres to the west that we're going to be expanding, and then plans for another 25 acres to the east. Our new enclosures are going to include larger animals, wolves, grizzly bears, brown bear, expansion of our condors as well. So event pavilion. So hopefully in about 10 years, when you guys come back out to play, we'll have a 1,000 to 2,000 seat pavilion that has indoor and outdoor.
Wow,
So
incredible.
that is also on the plan.
Incredible. Can we live stream to the animals so they can see the show as
they
well?
would
Like put
love
little
it.
screens in there
Love
for them?
music.
My dog hates my music. Literally, when I'll start playing, she goes,
We're doing this again.
Oh, that's great.
We're gonna take
Your dog's
the track that gets
size.
us to the raccoon as soon as.
Oh, yeah.
Rob, this is Rob. If you haven't met.
Hello.
He is from KCSS and KEEP.
Hello.
He is the
I'm Stony Shores.
mastermind
Pleasure to meet you.
Tony, how are you?
behind all of
Good to see you.
Tommy.
Tommy, right on.
Alex,
Alex.
hi.
Alex?
Yep.
Did I get it right?
Yes, Alex with 2 X's.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
They get the whole team. Okay.
Double X.
Did your parents do that or you do that?
My parents did it.
Really? That's really cool.
My mom did. She liked
Parents are
the medic lady on CSI Miami.
Yeah.
And then when she was looking at the closed captions, it said Alex with 2 X's. And she's like, you know what? That's what you are. I'm like, okay.
That's great.
I was like 3. I was like,
Please don't rock the boat.
Jordan.
I like
He's
that.
our
Hey.
sales manager.
Oh, we get some brewery.
Yeah, so I'll be drinking yet tonight. Timber is sponsoring this with Nicholas.
Ooh.
I have a tortoise.
Do you?
I have a Russian tortoise
There you
that we
go.
found in my backyard.
Russian?
So we have several tortoises.
Hello.
Here. These
I'm
are
a Russian.
Juvenile tortoises over here. You have females on this side and males on the other side. So one random fun fact about tortoises is they actually will hold in, so if they get it on, they'll actually hold in their semen for up to 10 years and then decide to lay their eggs whatever is convenient when the environment is good and all those kinds of things.
Interesting.
So if you have one tortoise that's hanging out with another tortoise, you can expect to have babies for a long time.
Whoa.
So that is where our juveniles have come in.
So what are the difference between a tortoise and a turtle?
Tortoise and a turtle, there's several different things, but if you look at the shells, obviously where they go to, these tortoises cannot swim. You stick in the water, they are going to
Oh
sink.
no.
Yes. So
no.
tortoises are, these are desert tortoises, they are more terrestrial.
But they're amphibious though, right? Like, they can like still be, like they have to be in water somehow, right?
They just drink water, they don't need to go, the tortoises
So
do
these
not
are
go
just
in the
roaming
water.
around the desert and then...
Interesting.
The amphibious side of we have western pond turtles, and those guys will swim. Your red-eared sliders, those kinds of guys are made for the water. Tortoises are not.
Are these like the same tortoises that you'll find out at the reservation in Cal City?
They should be. They shall be desert tortoises.
I love seeing them out there.
Do you spend a lot of time in Cal City?
I go off-roading out there.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So we won't
It's
head
not
to the
usually a hot
petting zoo
spot.
now.
She owns a monster truck.
Oh my god. Unless if Tonks is in the petting zoo, we'll go say hi to Tonks. But
Let's do it.
oh, she's out there. She's my favorite.
Let's do it.
So,
Oh, this is just so dreamy, so dreamy.
If I
First
could
they
pet
forget
a
my name,
raccoon-
then they name a donkey after me. Jesus.
all right, so we've got a couple of geriatric guys here. You'll see Napoleon in the back corner over there. He decided a couple weeks ago to break his horn off. So he is now a unicorn and has been kind of quarantined over here.
Oh,
Tonks, come here, buddy.
uniquarantine.
So Tonks came to us. She was a rescue. Somebody, we don't share this story with the public, but she was actually left at our doorstep. Very overweight, very undercared for, and kind of shoved into this kennel. And so we said, well, let's get her healthy. Let's see what we can do. Let's rehome her if we can. And we fell in love with her. So now she's part of our collection.
Love that.
Are you not going to come say hi?
Say the chick was overweight.
She was extremely overweight, like belly touching the ground, dragging the ground.
Oh no.
We got her back to health, got her hooves trimmed. Her hooves were, they're supposed to be about this long. They were about this long,
Oh, wow.
so she couldn't walk perfectly.
How do you put them on a little treadmill?
We changed her diet significantly. She gets lots of healthy things. I would love for you to come say hi. You get belly scratches when you do that. We had so many kiddos today, so she's probably over it. We've got the boys over here who's gonna let you have some right there. We've got
Oh no! Oh no!
Right on the rail.
That was the weirdest thing.
Okay.
Hey, a donkey!
All right, Clorox wipes to the donkey exhibit.
Guys, where's your phone now?
Sure you want to leave on
He's
that
taking
rail,
pictures
Dad?
of rattlesnakes. That's a natural occurrence.
Yeah,
I got it, Rob. I got it on video.
This is nature in
I
action.
got it on video.
We have Peggy as in Pegasus on the far corner.
Pegasus.
She's really sweet, but she's a little nippy, so we don't have her out to the public. But she does this gate when we are closed. Public is usually open, and she has access to both sides.
Peggy the Pegasus.
I love it.
My 6-year-old daughter would love that.
6 is fun.
So fun.
Pegasi deserve a lot more attention now.
Like
You know,
kids
we've
at
heard.
4 and 6. I'm like, oh, this is a good time.
Totally got
Oh, look at
Clover and Ivy over here.
Clover and
Clover
who?
and Ivy.
Clover and Ivy. Look at those goats.
I'm sorry that Tom's did not come say hi. He comes over and gives you your belly and is very sweet. Right, we have bears, coyotes, and the raccoon is right around the corner, I promise.
Egads. Egads. This is great. Thank you for this private tour. This is fantastic.
We're so glad that you guys are here.
Before everybody shows up and
It gets loud and
yeah, it's
I've
cool.
only seen raccoons in person once, and that was like in Florida at the middle of the night.
Oh,
I was supposed to go to Florida after we left Vegas. I was supposed to leave from Vegas to Florida, and down the street was this petting zoo that had a raccoon named Chubbly.
ooh, hello, Chubbly.
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 Very sweet raccoon. It's my friend. It was, well, it's not friend. It's like a close friend.
What do you do, Val?
And
no.
she owns the petting zoo, and the
so it's actually
raccoon
attached to their head. Our concern was that it
like,
affected
she's
the
had
spinal,
Chubbly
or the sinus
since
column.
little baby.
But he was able to,
and it
we were
like
able to kind of
latched
clean that out
onto
and
her
get it
and
going.
stuff.
But
It
it's
was really
not rough
cute.
recovery.
It's awesome.
I know. So if I go to Florida, I'm gonna pet one.
Dear Chubbly.
We don't know how he did it.
Is this the skate park for the animals? This is where
So We
drop in?
have shorebirds over here, but are you guys familiar with HPAI? Have you guys heard of that?
No.
So remember when eggs skyrocketed to like $9 a dozen, $12 a dozen?
Oh, yeah.
So that is caused by it's called HPAI. It's highly pathogenic avian influenza. So it came to us from Europe, bird flu essentially, but it crossed through Europe and has devastated the ecosystems across the
Oh,
world.
jeez.
It's found in birds primarily. They've also found it in mammals. So we had mountain lions as well that were found with it. Seal species, porpoise species, things like that. So we had to move all of our animals out into special enclosures to make sure that they are not exposed. It gets exposed through fecal matter and all of that. So when you found with your eggs, if they find one bird in a poultry farm that has it, they cull the entire.
Oh, no.
And you can't use the meat, you can't use the eggs. So Pennsylvania was hit where all of their chicken farms were cut down and all their animals were culled when they found one. And so that's what skyrocketed our prices for eggs. So this is Cinnamon and Louie. They are our black bears. Even though Cinnamon
love
is
it.
brown, he is a black bear. These guys are in their 20s.
Wow.
Where do they live?
Up to 30-ish.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the squirrel.
Wait,
It's just hanging
which
out
one's
right
the black bear, the light one?
They are both considered black bears. So Cinnamon is a cinnamon-colored black bear, but they are both considered black bear.
Incredible.
Yes. So these boys did not come in here together. They actually came separately. Cinnamon was first, and as the story goes, I was not here for it, but as the story goes, it took him a minute to get the okay with Louie. They were in separate dens, and they were kind of just sassy to each other, and then one day they decided, all right, you're all right, and now they're inseparable. They'll lay together, they sleep together, they share everything together, but they are sweethearts.
It's cool.
See?
I love it.
Are they one's male, one's female?
They're both males.
Oh, they're both male.
Yeah.
What is
Look
their
at
name?
that. Yeah, like you're saying, a
Cinnamon
squirrel
and
just hanging
Louie.
out.
And Louie.
He's like, hey, what's going on?
Our squirrels in here are the fattest squirrels because they have their own little closed ecosystem and they eat all of the food that the bears
Oh,
also eat.
boy.
Yeah, look
So,
how fat he
They
is.
basically
They must
are
be
marmots.
so happy.
They're on top of the rock. Oh, holy fuck, yeah. You didn't see him either.
Ursus americanus.
Fuck, I thought that was a rock on top of a rock.
The new species of squirrel.
A rock with ears.
They are chubby to say the least, and they're
so
too
big
big
they
for
call them
birds
the
to pick
rock.
them up. So it's a movable rock. All right, one more enclosure and then your raccoon is coming.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, say that again.
What kind of food do they put out for bears?
Several different things, fruits, occasional meats here and there. We actually have a campaign going right now for people to bring in their fresh catches from the river, so they'll bring in fish.
Ooh.
And then they also eat a variety of kind of grains and things like that.
The river's pretty right now.
Go ahead.
Wow, that looks great.
Ice just came in. Are we going to direct them over to the beer area?
Yeah, if you can direct them that way, please. And then, Jordan, did you copy that?
Ooh, a coyote.
All right, so we have two coyotes in here. Oh, you have
so cute.
Oh,
folks are here. Would you mind meeting them over by the beer tent for me and just seeing
look
what we can
it.
troubleshoot for that freezer?
The,
Yeah, I'm headed that way.
You're fantastic, thank you. So this is Zuko, and if you look at the very far back there, that is Sandy.
Oh, is it like Danny?
Danny
Zuko and Sandy, yes. So Zuko's been with
Hey,
us.
Sandy.
He came, I didn't explain to you guys, but we have a wildlife rehabilitation program. We are one of the only programs in this area that do wildlife rehabilitation. So Zuko came to us through that program. He was one who became way too friendly, and the rest of his pack was released back into the wild, and he was like, I'm solid, we can hang out for forever, so we're gonna stay. Sandy, on the other half, came into us about 2 years ago. She had been shot in the face with buckshot.
Oh,
So she has one eye that's going to be enucleated. She can't open it, and then she had about 8 or 9 BBs that were in her head.
Oh my god.
So she was actually raised by our team. She was raised in my office upstairs. At one point, we had my dog hanging out with her, our curator's dog hanging out with her, kind of teaching her how to dog. And then she joined Zuko about 1.5 years ago. So she'll be staying with us until the end of her. So she decides to age out.
So can these, what do you mean they age out?
They die. That's the phrase we use. That's okay. It's our nice term to say. They decided to age
Band
out.
Menudo, when you're 17, you're out of here.
No.
They aged out.
They age out and move on to the
So
next
what?
life.
Can all these animals mate? That if they're like female?
So
and male?
we do spay and neuter all of our animals unless they're in what we call a species survival program. So we have our bighorn sheep who are part of a breeding program because they're endangered in our western pond turtles that are also part of that program. We do work with other zoos to transfer animals for breeding on occasion.
Right.
But our goal, if we have animals that are common, we don't typically breed those.
Right. But how would
Alright,
you even
raccoons
spay and
can
neuter
live
a turtle? That's got to be a tough surgery.
So those guys
Yeah.
are actually separated. You see inside their enclosure, that doesn't happen. Because
Good observation. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I'm like,
How you get inside of
sorry,
that?
I'm the one that asked the weird questions.
Oh, there's a raccoon.
Ooh.
Alex, that is ninja.
Ninja, awesome. No way.
And I
So chubby.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, I'm literally
Look at.
right now.
There you go. So that is ninja.
Oh my gosh. Ninja knows how much you love raccoons.
She's speaking to you.
I love it.
These are so cool.
Oh.
So a couple different animals in here outside of the raccoon whom we love. Raccoons are fantastic animals. If you look to your left, you're going to see Dash. He's a San Joaquin kit fox. He's working. He's living with our coatis. So coatis are native to South America, but Ginger came to us through, and somebody moved to California and didn't realize they weren't allowed to have coatis here. So we decided to take her in. Dash was raised with us since he was about 4 weeks old, and when he was put with the other San Joaquin kit foxes, he decided he didn't know how to fox and doesn't do quite well with that. So we have him. He's super friendly, and he and Ginger are best buds in there.
Wow.
But you'll see him kind of chittering at the front. We have 2 enclosures with San Joaquin kit foxes. San Joaquin kit foxes are critically endangered, and they are only they are only native to the San Joaquin Valley area here. So one of the things that KALM does, one of the reasons outside of losing their habitat that they are becoming endangered is something called sarcoptic mange. It's a really deadly mange that will actually get into their skin and it kills them. It's a slow way to basically eat their skin and drive them crazy, and they'll pass away. So the Endangered Species Recovery Program does this really great thing where they'll capture these guys, bring them here. It's completely treatable. It takes about 3 weeks to a month, depending on what stage you're at. They get treated here and they get returned back to their den sites. Oh, nice. So the work with ESRP is really bringing their numbers back up here, which is fantastic.
Is that why they're not here? Or are they here?
We have a couple in here.
Oh, do you? Oh.
Ian, who do we have on the site, Ian?
Daisy the gray fox, Atana the island fox.
Who's our kid over here?
How did that guy get in the cage?
Who is this? Is this an ant here?
And then Ninja Kawadi, or Ninja Ginger, Dash.
Wait, so you were standing here the whole time?
Yeah, I'm Blythe.
Dude.
We could do that typical, like, and then this is an Ian. He's
Yeah. Like that Twilight Zone episode, right? Where they open up the thing and it's like, these are humans. It's great.
I've even gotten good at digging a hole quietly. So that's good to know.
Yeah, he's cool.
So yeah, that is Ginger.
That is great.
He's from the family.
Oh yeah.
He was looking right at you.
So Paulie, do you think they put those coatis on Pilates?
Fix up this raccoon.
There's a coati.
Whoa,
Coati Pilates. Yeah. Are you crying tears of joy, Alex?
Yes.
I knew it.
Alex, is your heart so happy?
Yes.
Good. So my favorite raccoon story that might make your heart happy is I worked at a wildlife rehabilitation when I interned after college, and we had an entire room filled with baby raccoons. They're all in their little enclosures. One of the interns overnight forgot to clip the bottom.
Oh dear.
So I walked in my shift, and there are 30 baby raccoons running amok.
Oh my gosh.
And I just opened the door and I looked and I took a breath and I walked back out and I closed the door and I said, okay, this is
Oh my
cool. So I
God.
spent about a day having to capture all these baby raccoons, weigh them, make sure they were with the right litter mates. We didn't tag them. Very special gloves. You put gloves on and a lot of times you
I bet you would have loved that job.
Oh my God, I would have cried.
You hold their claws, they don't scratch you. That's cool.
Sometimes they do scratch you. Just crack them underneath and get a whole little.
That little dude is just totally talking to us.
The woodpecker.
That is
Oh my
Ruby,
gosh.
the woodpecker.
Rudy, not Woody?
Ruby.
Ruby.
That's so cool.
Wow.
So cool to see him up close.
Yeah.
She did all those bowls on the...
You don't see him up close.
Wow.
That's how they get their food and make sure they cook all the things and get their worms out of them.
They store it in there?
No, they'll pull it out from there. Yeah, they just eat it.
Oh, they eat the wood.
They eat the worms inside of the wood, so she's looking for worms.
Oh.
And bugs and
I
grubs.
didn't
and
know
Worms
there
in
were
the
worms
woods.
cedar.
So these are our black-tailed mule deer. We have 2 males and 2 females. The males are castrated.
These the ones you see in Yosemite?
No. They might have, actually, I'm not sure if they're or not. I'm gonna wait a second. I think about like elk. There's elk and things like that near something, like the big
Males
ones.
have the
It's really
antlers?
elk. I'm sorry?
The males have the antlers.
The males have the antlers. These guys have wonky antlers.
Is
I
that
need to
because
find
they're
out the answer.
castrated?
They might be white tails. They might be white tails that are in Yosemite. I'm not sure. So our guys have wonky antlers. They came to us from another program who, after they were castrated, they were given testosterone to have their antlers grow back.
Oh,
and it
cool.
just didn't really work out the way that they wanted it to, so they stopped that. So they've got some wonky antlers.
Yeah, but you should see the balls that grew back.
Those did not come back. Just the attitude that comes back.
Here you, Rob.
Sorry.
So,
What?
I want to find out the answer to this.
Sorry.
We've got two females in here. We have Juniper and Beatrix, and they were raised also in my office. Our office is upstairs. They were babies. They were bottle fed here.
So cool.
Normally we don't take in here,
But you don't see
but there was a disease happening with other rehabs, and so we were asked to keep them.
It's great.
Oh my God! Look how cute this is. Cute little Bambi.
Oh no, he's missing part of his jaw. I was just reading this sign here about radar.
I want to find out the black here.
Oh no.
This one's missing the jaw? No.
This one, radar.
So you asked me about the black-tailed mule deer in Yosemite, right?
Oh yeah, Polly.
Yes, you were right. I am wrong. So there's two different species. There's the Colombian black-tailed mule deer and the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Something. I was like, I said no quickly, and I was like, I don't think that's right. So anyway, he actually broke his jaw, and Radar did. But
Over here?
Yes, down here. So he's got this little funky jaw. The guy that has the little longer antler up there. He broke his jaw, but he is solid. He eats all of his food, no problem. He just looks a little wonky. You're welcome to pet Juniper if she gets up. Are you gonna say hi?
Oh my gosh. How sweet.
They're super, super sweet. You're not gonna get up here, baby. She's like, why would I do that? We played music with them. Hang out.
So cute.
Oh.
Got him?
Getting it. I like the way you think.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
You still doing okay on time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we got a crew for.
I'm actually gonna go start organizing all the roof stuff. Thank you so much.
Alex, it was wonderful to meet you.
Thank you for inspiring this, Alex.
I'm so glad. All right, so we have our wrapped around over here, as well as a badger to your left. So these are two golden eagles. We have Amber and Jasper in here.
Ooh. Ooh.
If you look right here, this is Scruggs.
Cool.
It's an American badger.
You don't give a shit. He's not a honey badger though.
Badgers in general are very similar to how honey badgers are. They are
Oh my
very
gosh.
feisty. So Scruggs' story is actually really interesting. He came to us from, I think, Monterey. He was hit by a car, and he was on the table to be euthanized because he wasn't waking up. They figured he was gone. On the table, he decided he would wake up and was like, just kidding, I'm solid.
Oh my
and
gosh.
ended up joining our collection from another rehab center.
I'm so glad he
I
was
doubt it.
tricking
Depends
them.
on, like, if I
It is turned on at night. So we have a hot wire at night to ensure that other animals don't reach in and eat them. Alex is not here. Raccoons are crazy, and they will actually tear animals apart through fences.
Oh, jeez.
I don't want to break her heart. So they're super sweet. We love them. They're also like, they will tear things up. So we have mitigation to make sure animals don't get taken. If a bird were to sleep here in the middle of the night, they would just like rip them through the fence.
That's crazy.
But don't tell Alex. They're all really sweet.
No, I won't tell her that. Oof. That's right.
Man, that was perfect timing.
That was awesome.
Look at the quad.
He's like, hey, did you see that?
What are they called? Talons?
They're called talons, yes.
You're welcome. Everybody.
He's like, I could work here. If this whole band gig doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Turkey vulture.
Dude, there's turkey vultures all over. I was at Lauren's, because her dad, Meg, lives, you can probably see his house up there. Wow. Anyhow, it lives right over there, and on the drive over, there was probably like 40 of them. The turkey vultures?
Just a vulture, like, or are they different?
There are different kinds of vultures. So this is a turkey vulture.
This is the one you see, like, eating all the shit on the side of the road?
Yes, they are carry-ons. They eat carrion, which is considered like roadkill and things like that.
Turkey vulture.
Carry on.
They call them turkey vultures because their face looks like a turkey?
I'm not really sure, actually.
Well, they actually gobble. They go.
It would be crazy if they did. All right, we got several different.
What's that? Red-tailed hawk?
We've got several different falcons in here, as well as Tina, our porcupine, but she's probably in her burrows in the back of her. We call her Tina Turner.
You call her Tina Turner?
Her name is Tina, so she got that kind of crazy hair.
I love it.
So how much do you guys think those eagles weigh up there?
I'm going to say that one weighs about 35 pounds.
You thinking? What do you think? 50 pounds? How much do you think that golden eagle weighs over there?
68 pounds.
68 pounds. So the max weight for most eagles, larger species, is 15 pounds. What? They're anywhere from 8 to 15 pounds.
Holy cow.
So they're all feathers. Their bones are actually hollow.
Oh,
so
what?
you'll look at that and be able to
fly,
see.
right.
You need to have a lot of lighted weight to be able to dive the way that they do. So they look really big. They look really hefty, and they're usually about 8 to 15 pounds, depending on the species.
Whoa.
So our birds right now are displaying some nesting behavior, so they'll be kind of up in the. They're not nesting, but this is the time of the year where they would nest.
So they can all habitat together.
They can, yeah. If you look at the top right corner, you're going to see a peregrine falcon.
Ooh.
So peregrine falcons are one of the fastest bird species in the world. They can dive up to 200 miles per hour.
Wow.
That's right. They formed the bomber after the shape of the peregrine falcon.
Yep, that's a great fact for that. So peregrine falcons and several other falcon species almost went completely extinct due to DDT. That's one of the reasons DDT, it's a pesticide that was used, is banned all over the world.
Yeah.
So DDT actually got into the water systems, got into the fish systems. And what they were finding when they were laying their eggs is it actually created a very thin egg. So they'd go to sit on their eggs and they'd smush them.
Oh, no.
So the old wives' tale of don't touch a baby bird's nest because mama won't come back is completely false. Birds have a terrible sense of smell. So what scientists did is they actually took those eggs from several different species, peregrine falcon being one of them, put them in incubators, placed them back with placebo eggs, and then once the eggs hatch, they replace them back with mama birds. So a lot of our birds will be, male and females will both take care of the nest, and so there's a lot of work that had to be done to be able to make sure that was happening. But scientists came through and actually saved several
That's
birds.
amazing. That's like the Indiana Jones thing where he tries to put the sand on there.
Switch it.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Wow,
that
we've never put that together.
Yeah, so if you ever wonder why pesticides and things like that are terrible for the world, that is why.
That's incredible.
So these are our California condors.
Whoa.
These guys are a little bit heftier. They eat carrion, so they'll eat dead animals and things like that.
How heavy do you think those are?
I'll tell you right now. No, they are 17 to 25 pounds, but these boys are on the heavier side.
So, oh wow, these are really imperiled, huh?
Yes, so these guys are critically endangered. At one point, I believe there was only about 30 of them left in the wild. So what was done is a lot of folks from San Diego Zoo was one of the primary folks that did that. They captured several of them from the wild, and they are their breeding program has been very successful to be able to return them back to the wild.
Great.
So that is something that has been done over the last, I want to say, 40 years.
Were hunters targeting them or anything?
It's a mix. So some of it was some of that DDT poisoning. Some of it was loss of habitat, as well as hunting and things like that.
Why does that one have a racing number on it?
So they are all part. It's 24 and 50. And I think there's like a number in front of that as well. But they were part of the
30.
The program. So not of the 30 of that program itself. They both actually failed out of that program in terms of they were released and they kept coming back where they shouldn't have come back. I don't remember if it was 24 or 50, but they kept finding them at like dumpsters and like going up to people and like taking stuff from people. They were way too friendly. They are extremely curious. Super cool boys, but they both, and the other one I think kept traveling back to an area he wasn't supposed to, so after several times of trying to relocate them. There you go, buddy. Are you gonna come down and say hello? They have a 9.5-foot wingspan.
Whoa.
So that's how big that is on that sign right there. That is as far
Whoa.
as we are. Yeah.
How old are these birds?
I can tell you right now.
I want to see if my wingspan.
I was just curious.
Let's find out.
Let's see your wingspan. Yeah, Tommy.
I mean, he thinks he's 9.5.
Look at him.
Wow, they got me beat.
Oh,
Dude.
no.
That's pretty good.
He's almost got him.
So close.
Tommy is the condor of the group.
Well, a minute ago he was the big.
Donkey. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
So, I mean, take solace in that. Yeah.
It's accurate. I can't argue.
Better to be a pig
Commodore
than an ass.
Condor.
How can they reproduce, too?
That's a great question.
America.
This is Spirit. She is 33, that I do know.
Ooh.
She's one of our older girls.
Wow.
She is the bald.
Ooh.
Hey, have you heard right
She's
there
like, look at that
Lake
profile.
Mead, there's a pair of mom and dad with a nest.
Are they nesting up there?
Yes.
We had, last year they had their, sorry. Go ahead.
Look at his posture. He's got good posture.
22 and 24 just turned 19.
She's like,
Can't
look
be
at
the
that.
Thank you so very
United
much.
States. Look at that.
All right, so we got condors are 22 and 19.
Oh.
22 and 19.
Marco, Dwight was headed back.
Yeah, so we had them up here as well, and we just lost our other eagle, but they would chitter back and forth.
Oh, that's funny.
And do their whole thing.
So like right around Tony Moreno that lives there, he goes there.
We did not. I'm sorry, we did not purchase the eagle. So
He's like, I want to buy one.
I'd like one.
critically illegal. A lot of permitting that has to go through with that. And the other fun fact with eagles is that they came through our wildlife rehabilitation program. And we'll go through other different rehabs and things like that to keep them. But she, as you can see, is feared, is missing an eye.
Oh no.
But when we do get animals through our rehab program, they're actually offered to the Native Americans first.
I love it.
Those programs first, based off of their history and obviously different laws and things like that. And so if they aren't placed with Native Americans, tribes, and then we have the ability to place them here if we need to, if they can't be released.
I see. Oh, interesting.
All right, we have a couple more stops.
Fascinating.
Yeah, Tony goes over like 6 times a day, Meg, and he like watches them and like watches how like they keep watch over the nest. Like the mom and the dad never leave the nest.
They are monogamous, yeah. So eagles are monogamous. They're life pairs.
Oh,
so if you lose one, that's pretty much it. They won't,
Oh.
typically won't, unless they're really, really young, won't find another mate. They pretty much just say, I love my love, and that is all I love. So
Right, but also super protective. Like
they are fantastic parents.
One of the parents, always stays on the nest. So if one goes to forage, the other stays on the nest, and then they
I
switch
love
back
that.
and forth. Yeah,
They take co-parenting to the extreme. I think.
they
is
do.
so
Like
cool.
Tony's been putting. Do you follow Tony on?
No.
Okay, so
I
he
don't
lives
have
right.
social media, sorry.
Oh, sorry. He lives right here, and so he like almost every day has a picture of eagles and them taking care of the nest. It's
I
cute.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
It's fascinating when you learn about the behaviors of these animals and the ways that they interact with each other, and how you find in humans they have little pieces of these various animals in their own life.
My darling daughter is an anthropology major.
Oh, cool.
And when she went to Walt Disney World in January, she's like, Mom, they were doing this study, and I don't remember what it was, but whatever it was is the same study they do in their anthropology class. So she's like, I'm gonna see if I can go transfer back there and do anthropological work at
Disney.
At the Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, I'm like, okay, good. I didn't know that you could actually get a job with an anthropology major.
That's a clever way to sneak your way in there.
Like anthropology is a philosophy minor.
Right. Well, it was so funny, she started as a business major, and then she goes, I think I'm going to change my major to anthropology. I was like, what does one do with an anthropology major? So, she loves it, though. She's crazy passionate about it.
That's great.
Probably should ask you guys to get up for a trek, so.
How the heck he get up here?
Quick route.
All right, so we have 5 desert bighorn sheep.
Ooh.
These guys are also endangered. Earlier we talked about the species survival program. They asked if we do any breeding here. These ladies were part of that breeding program. Pre-COVID, we had males that were brought into here and they did several breedings. We have not had any since COVID. Our females are actually very well represented genetically because they did such a great job out here. So they're giving it a break to make sure their genes aren't overpopulated here. But my background is hoofstock, so this is my passion. I love these ladies. But yeah, we've got 5. Our oldest is Sierra, and I think she's like 12. But yeah, they just hang out here. There's one down there as well.
Oh.
Oh, look at you, friend.
Oh, look here, a bighorn.
Bighorn.
Eddie watched the construction of a casino out in the desert, and his job was to make sure he didn't see any of those. And if they saw one, they had to shut down everything.
Why?
Because they were trying to make sure it was like environmentally okay to put this casino here.
Oh, where?
Out in Palm Springs, Palm Desert. He said he never saw one.
So they could have been halfway building the thing and saw one and like, oh, okay. Oh, jeez.
They pay him to think he never found one.
He said he never saw one.
What were you going to say? I cut you off. You're in mid
no idea.
inspiration.
No, I have no inspiration.
Mountain in the off exhibit right now with volunteers in there.
You'll hear them later.
You'll hear them later, and when they come off, so we've got a volunteer here, which means our mountain lions.
This is where they keep Bobcat Goldthwait. Right? Nice little cage. Right? I'm sure everybody says that. I had to say it though.
Sorry, they're not out. Do not be free contact with our mountain lions.
Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah.
Oh, up there.
Our bobcats are up there. So
Up there.
I think it's just going to be Coco today. She's on the very top hill up there.
The mountain lions aren't. She's not hanging out with them right now?
Oh, cool.
You see him?
Mm-hmm.
Where do they go right now?
So if you
That's
look
great. The
around,
legends they got for them.
Oh, the cage up there?
No, it's actually for keepers, but just around the side right there, you see a little bit of an indent.
Oh, yeah.
That is a back denning area, and then behind this rock over here, straight ahead, there's another den area. So in the back there are several different locking mechanisms to make sure that animals aren't taken off of exhibit for people's safety.
Right.
We have what we call a tag in, tag out system where only certain keepers have certain locks so that nobody could accidentally unlock if somebody were to be what we call on enclosure. So if somebody were to open up the mountain lions right now, Miss Volunteer over here would not last very long.
Oh boy.
So we have a locking mechanism where nobody could actually unlock without a partner to make sure that something isn't on exhibit.
That's a good idea.
We do the same thing with bears as well. You have to have them in pairs, and there has to have somebody on the outside who can visually say,
Oh, that's
I do
good.
not see any bears. You are green light, good to go.
Right.
So later, if you come back down here, they will be out here. You might hear Sage. She does this like row thing, and
Mountain lion?
yeah, we have 3 mountain lions.
You have lions, like big Maine lions, or what are they called?
We do not have African lions. Yeah, those are the
That's
main.
what I was thinking. That's African.
Yes, we have 3 mountain lions, which are
Yeah.
very, very large. Those other ones are not native to California. All right, guys, our last stop, Phil's just going to bring us into the coast room. Did you get a chance? Did you guys get to see the coast room when you were in there?
No.
We did last year.
Okay,
but
well,
no.
we'll just open
It was
up
kinda
the gates.
roped off.
Yeah, so we'll open it for you.
we'll open it. Last year, the jellies, we used to have jellyfish either. So now we have jellyfish in there.
Exciting.
Oh, it's all aquatic stuff?
Yes. We'll head back.
For the kids on the ocean, huh?
Yes, I was going to the ocean. So normally we have water running through all of this. We had to shut it all off because of HPAI. So we have this base up of our irrigation. We have to have this pond, but normally we have water running through the thing.
What's
We didn't have
HPAI?
to. That's the highly pathogenic avian influenza. That's the disease we talked about over by the bears that was killing all the chickens.
Oh.
Yeah, so we had to do a lot of mitigation here to make sure that.
Is this a natural creek?
You all right, Trevor?
Yeah, so we pull from the river. They have the river down here, and they built it in the 80s.
Oh my
gosh.
So what do you mean they pulled it? Like,
So the way they have it set up is they have piping systems that will pull this into the so throughout the whole zoo.
so you're allowed to have that. You're allowed to have a natural creek, but not whatever your other one was?
Which we limit our man-made ones. Yeah. We had to keep this on because it's part of our irrigation system.
The ones that are on the playground can be taken out.
I'll check in about Piper here. Thank you. I have not heard anything about Piper yet. So
I think Sharon was in there.
is she? Good.
That's what we heard. So we moved away from there to give her some privacy.
Yeah, I believe so.
Thank you so much for that extraordinary
You're
tour.
welcome. And then if you guys want to head back, I'll show you the coast room.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm going to bring you full circle so you know where you're at. Ugh.
Or if I hear it out of it.
I was lost. I was like, I might have lost you. So you know where you're at. Yeah. It's good. I got my steps in today. It's always nice to be able to.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we at?
I think it's always easier to get those steps in when you've got such, when you got that motivation to walk around to see awesome things. You just kind of lose
Fun. Yeah.
get lost in it. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you go into your left, behind those curtains over there, you go to your left and go around on each of them.
Ooh. I love seahorses. Whoa, dude. Moon jelly. Look at these freaking jellyfish. Oh my gosh, they're making me so squeamish. It's like intestines just floating around. Oh my gosh, these things have thoughts and ideas and
It's like a screensaver.
Look at the resolution.
it totally is a screensaver.
Look at the resolution of that video.
Yeah, man.
Here are sea
Oh man.
well, and then a couple of other fish that are inside.
Wow.
This
Those will fuck you up too, huh?
Yeah.
If you would like to. I'm not going to leave everything in here, but this is a sea anemone.
Oh boy. Whoa.
Take 2 fingers and you do a quick little touch. You're going to see that they're going to feel kind of like tape. And what they do, that's how they get their food. So they'll have brine shrimp, different things like that. They'll feel it on their tentacles, and then they'll bring it in and things like that.
What is this kind of fish? What is it?
This is an anemone. A sea anemone. We have a sea cucumber in here somewhere, and then a couple of sea stars.
What is that? On the wall?
Whoa.
I have no idea.
Whoa.
Here we
It's a
go.
big slug.
It really is like a slug. Whoa,
Is
man.
there a sea cucumber?
Your friends close. Keep your amenities close.
That's right.
I am a postdoc back then, so I'm like, I don't know what that does.
So how do you guys have to put like food in here?
Yeah, so the keepers go through, they have different kinds of brine shrimp, different things like that that they will sprinkle in directly onto the different animals in different areas so they can go find them.
Interesting.
That is a sea cucumber back here, this orange thing right there.
It's a what?
It's a sea cucumber.
That one.
Oh.
And then we have several snails, mussels, you can see along
This is
here.
something right
This
here.
thing's moving fast.
Yeah, and I don't know
Oh yeah.
what
What
those
is
are
that with
called.
those tentacles? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's the same thing as that, yeah. This and that.
What the heck?
It's like a clam, a big ass clam.
Oh my god. Ooh, little
It's like a
crab.
sea snail, isn't it?
Dude.
As we call it, escargot.
Oh my gosh.
What's a decanter crab? We're gonna find a whole list over here, but hopefully maybe that's the keeper.
Whoa.
This thing's moving around too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at this one.
And this thing seems to have little like wispy things on it. I saw like floating around.
Yeah.
Looks like it's like a rock, but it's
Yeah.
it's got
Yeah,
little
totally.
arms. Yeah, it's like
Look at- Right here, look on this side. It's
ooh,
like that.
yeah,
Yep, definitely.
yeah.
See, watch. See the little white tooth looking thing right here?
Yeah.
Watch a bunch of tentacles come out of
I will find out what it is. You have a list.
That'd be interesting to know if it's just hiding inside of there or if it's actually part of its house. Or both.
that. See, there it goes. See the little
Oh
tentacles?
yeah, there they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like stretching.
We should do it again.
Yeah. Like little whiskers. Ooh, and then a
And that brings us
starfish.
full circle. So
This is great. Thank you.
you guys are very welcome.
This is so good.
If it helps to know what you guys are playing for, your funds are directly fundraising for us and Camp Keep. So you got to see Calm, but Camp Keep is a program that we send 6th graders to on the ocean. There's Camp Keep Sierra and Camp Keep Ocean. We send 6th graders there for an entire week where they're out all day long learning about the ecology. Really just getting kids out of the classroom. So you guys being out here is benefiting us being able to send those kiddos out. And then when they can't go to those camps for a week, we get to bring them here.
This is great. So cool. Great tour. Oh my gosh. This is all so fascinating. Incredible. Great tour, huh? Thanks for sticking around. This has been another episode of Inspirado Projecto. Zowie! Now, isn't that incredible? What a great meandering about the California Living Museum. How astounding was that? So much great information. Were you as surprised about the raccoons as I was? I didn't know that. Didn't know that about raccoons. By the way, Alex Basile, who loves the raccoons, she's the merch girl. I like to call her Furiosa. And her boyfriend is Street Dog, who does all the backline stuff, sometimes drum tech. And she's the one who loves the raccoons, and I've interviewed her about train hopping, so keep her eyes peeled about that train hopping episode, which I may put down in the description. I might put that hyperlink down there for you. What we have here is a very interesting. This is today's sponsor, Crystor Inc., and this is the promo for their latest products, and I hope you enjoy it. And after that, we've got a couple other items on the docket, and we're saying goodbye. One of which is Blythe Baines. So, without further ado, here's Christor Inc.
When you're lost, who do you want to find you? In what form does this creature manifest? And at what time in the night does he come for you? Every year, millions of hardworking Americans experience cosmic encounters with moderate to severe disorientation. Christor can help. Christor is a handheld calcite defibrillator capable of generating surges and binary distress signals throughout the Sigma Quadrant. Christor is not for everyone. Some aquatic mammals have experienced dizziness and confusion while using Christor. Side effects do include blood glow, tear mist, and purpling of the skin and eyes. Tell your doctor if you are pregnant and have not had intercourse within the past 18 months, or if you are nursing and have no children of your own. Christor has not been approved for simians or micropachyderms. Ask your shaman if Christor is right for you. Isn't it your turn to bear the crystal?
By the way, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Henry D. Horst, for contributing that fun fact. Did you, dear listener, know that about dogs? Did you know that they were that intelligent? I mean, we've seen some really smart ones. I've seen sheepdogs just, like, read your mind. So, what are your thoughts about Christor? Christor Inc. Have you gone on their website yet? ChristorInc.com. ChristorEinc.com. I'm putting their website in the description as well. This thing is chock full of as many links as I can lead people to. I love the Easter eggs. This is sometimes why it takes me a little bit of time to put up a podcast, because I want to make it thorough. I want to put it all in there. So thank you for listening to this episode. Christor Inc., let me just say, is an alternate reality game. I talked earlier about Mesmer and Braid. I got intel that Steve Peters and Nick Tiers from Mesmer and Braid had met and worked with some of the members of Christor Inc., which are connected to the JeJune Institute, which is connected to the Latitude Society. I think it's called Greenview Road. If you go to ChristorInc.com, follow the rabbit hole, you'll come across a movie called Greenview Road, and it ties in with the Institute documentary movie, Dispatches from Elsewhere TV show. It all ties in. It's all part of this big world. And Christor Inc. has plugged into that myth. It's very intriguing. So has the Varelse Bridge Society. And as promised, I'm leaving that link with that video that I did meeting Corporal 13, and then the interview was crashed by a member of Christorch, which is their what do they call them? Arch nemesis. So the interview was crashed. But all right, thank you so much to Blythe Baines for closing out this show. And by the way, dear listener, thank you for listening. If you ever want to leave a message on the voicemail hotline, it is 561-203-9179er. 561-203-9179er. And you too can contribute. Also, if you are big into SOS, and you know how to translate that, keep your ears peeled after Blythe Baines ends. If you want, you don't have to stick around, but there might be something fun. All right, take care.
This is Blythe Baines, and you're listening to Inspirado Projecto.
New update. Blythe Baines. Spotify links will be added to the description.
Hello? Hello, is this thing on? Hello? 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 Hello, is this thing on? Is it working? Hello? This is Atlas the Dragon. Atlas the Dragon, Texas Ambassador for the Varelse Bridge Society. I have a message that is very important. We have had a Clarity sighting here in Texas, and we need your help. I have a very important message. Listen closely, and you shall be rewarded with great success. Crystal will grant you access to so much knowledge in the universe. So here's your message. Thank you so much for your time. Have a grand.
Oh my goodness, you're still here. So were you able to translate the Morse code signal? There's some Morse code going on in there. They left that on the voicemail about a year ago. And Atlas the Dragon connected with Crystor Inc. and the Varelse Bridge Society, of course. I'm going to put links to my interview. Oh my gosh. I mean, this could be crazy. All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put in my links to my interviews with Wiley Herman, the director of Grandview Boulevard. I believe it's Grandview Boulevard. Wiley Herman. I'll put my interview with him. I think I had 2 interviews with him. And then also Spencer McCall. Spencer McCall is the man who directed the documentary, The Institute, which is what the Dispatches from Elsewhere TV show is based on. That's what they're talking about in there, the JeJune Institute. This was an alternate reality game that appeared all over San Francisco, and it got really it turned your entire environment into a video game, basically. It encouraged people to explore their surroundings and follow mysterious paintings and whatnot. So I'll put the links to those interviews as well. So you could just keep going down these rabbit holes, discovering this stuff. It's a whole thing of wonderment, you know? Humans are just animals. What do they say in Animal Farm? 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. I think if we just get more in touch with that animal nature, we'd start to be able to solve a lot more riddles, mysteries. Study the growth. Study the environment of that growth. Study the food of that growth. And you, ye mon frere, shall find the truth. Who planted it? What is it? What feeds it? What's the environment? What's its influences? We talk about this all the time, right? You are what you eat. Anyway, thank you for listening to Inspirado Projecto. And possibly the next episode is going to feature an interview with a man named Frank, a veteran that I met outside of a hotel that Yachtley Crew was staying at the night of a show we had which I cannot remember where that was. We've been going all over the place. We're leaving tomorrow. What is it? Tomorrow, the 4th, for Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then zipping right over to Arizona. So, anyway, hope all's well. Take care.
I can't believe it, but of course I can. I shall receive it, I won't force the plan. I tried to leave it, but I'm on course again. I can't believe it, but of course I can. I have tripped and stumbled, flipped my script and mumbled, grimaced and I have grumbled, but here I am now humbled. I have slipped and slided, my inner voice divided, but how now can I hide it? And I'm divinely guided. Whoa. I can't believe it, but of course I can. I shall receive it, I won't force the plan. I try to leave it, but I'm on course again. I can't believe it, but of course I can. I've lost my grip and crumbled, unraveled and unbundled, got dizzy and disgruntled. Here I am now humbled, I've gotten too excited, right into walls collided. But how now can I fight it when I'm divinely guided? Whoa. I can't believe it, but of course I can. I shall receive it, I won't force the plan. I try to leave it, but I'm on course again. I can't believe it, but of course I can. I can't believe it, but of course I can. I can't believe it, but of course I can. I can't believe it, but of course I can. I can't believe it, but of course I can.
Update. Wishing to float. Link now added to description.